Montgomery County Juvenile Court is reclaiming futures. Together, we can make a difference. Together, we can save a life.
My life today is great. I'm going to school to become a certified nursing assistant. I have a 1-year-old child. When I'm with my little girl, she brings me joy and happiness.
The next goals for the year or so is to get school accomplished and to be there for my grandma who is fighting cancer.
School is going good, and I say my grades coming up a lot, and I know my attendance is better than it was last year.
Typical teenagers, right? They're busy with school, involved with their families, beginning to set goals. But for these teens, and hundreds of others who come before the Montgomery County Juvenile Court every year, life hasn't always been so good.
What brought me in front of juvenile court was running away from home, not having a good support system at home.
I became a part of the court because I had a protection order. I didn't know the distance and I went past it. The cops came and I had to go to court. When I appeared in front of the judge, I was scared because it was my first time being in trouble like that.
Oh, I came in drug court, I was nervous, and there was a lot of things that I needed to work on, like getting drug-free and basically just doing what my dad told me to do. I finally realized that it wasn't worth it no more.
For more than a decade, a unique partnership between the court, probation, treatment providers, and community volunteers has offered meaningful alternatives to incarceration for youth who come before Montgomery County Juvenile Court. This team approach helps ensure that the right treatment goes to the right kid at the right time, every time. This team approach is reclaiming futures.
Well, I think most of the children that are the biggest challenge for us in the courtroom and the entire court service arena are children who lack a good value system, a good support system, and they lack hope. So we need to intervene in any way, but help them to understand that there is a future beyond today and this minute and tomorrow.
Critical to the success of Reclaiming Futures is the involvement of community volunteers. These men and women, called natural helpers, are business leaders, retirees, faith leaders, and family people. They are mentors and motivators. They have information and insight. They listen, they share, they encourage.
Those natural helpers are individuals that are recruited by the court, act as volunteers, and we try and match them one-on-one with a child and a family. And we try more today than we did maybe in the early years to make sure that natural helper connects with the family.
Since 2001, hundreds of natural helpers, like Jamie McVeigh, have been specially trained and carefully matched with court-involved youth.
My role for that young person is to show them that there's a better way. There's a better way out there because they don't know, a lot of times they don't know a better way because of their families or what they might got involved with or with their kids or peers. But the most important is to show them that there is a better way.
At first, having a mentor I thought was going to be in my business and try to control my life. I met a friend. She's like a mom to me. I love her.
Diamond and I hit it off right away. We just hit it off, and from then on, we've been together almost 4 years.
We have luncheons together, we go to church together. We just hang out. I feel like Jamie is my mother, and she is my child's grandmother. She's a lot of help.
I've been through the ups and downs with her. I've been through her pregnancy with her. I've taken her to her doctor's appointments.
She takes my daughter to the doctors, and she lets my daughter call her mama.
Where no one else really was able to do it for her, I just wanted her to know that there's somebody that she could depend on. They call me all the time, but I call them too and just check on them and see how they're doing.
When I met Jamie at first, I was scared because I didn't know her that well. But then I knew that she was really great, and she was like part of the family. If I ever needed anything, she was there. And I thank her a lot for helping me. The role Jamie plays in my life is she's like a third mom to me. And I don't know what I'd do without her.
In a typical year, more than 7,000 young people are referred to Montgomery County Juvenile Court. More than half are in need of substance abuse and/or mental health treatment. Some are as young as 10 years old. More than a third are girls.
You know, it is amazing when a family first comes in, that very first time they come, because nobody's smiling. The youth is frustrated. The parent or grandparent, the custodian, is extremely tired, extremely unhappy with the system as well as their child. And so to work with that child for 6 months or a year, and sometimes 2 years, to work with that family, I get to know them very, very personally. I can see when they're having a good day, when they're having a bad day. Tired of coming to see me every few weeks?
When I first came down here for the first time, I was truly upset. I was like, my son got me down here in this court, and I was mad. And I had my doubts at first, but Mr. Hunter, his probation officer, is a good guy, and he's a friend of mine. And we work together, and the courts. And Nate seen that it was a lot of people pulling for him. And now I think it was a good thing. Nate said that he wanted a grandfather in his life. Mr. Birdsong came along, and he's a nice guy. He's a real gentleman. And I think he's helped Nate a lot. And I think we all get along pretty good. Me, Nate, and Mr. Birdsong. When Nate's not talking to me, he's talking to Mr. Birdsong.
From Mr. Birdsong, I got a lot. It actually changed me. He's a good man. I'm telling that, like, I just like how he's doing what he do for a youth like me.
When I first met Nate, he was closed. He was closed in. He wasn't, outspoken. He was really quiet because he didn't talk that much. He's very quiet. He was very quiet. I can see the growth in him and the change there because he's more receptive now. He accepts me more, and I think now that he knows me, hey, he can open up to me. I'm just so elated to be able to be in a young man's life and try to get him on a path and walk that path and that he have a purpose when he come out.
Nate has realized that, life is not easy. Getting in trouble is not easy. And I think he's pretty much proud of himself right now because he knows he's come a long way. And he just sees himself as a different person. And I'm proud of him. Yeah, that I am.
Montgomery County's innovative combination of court monitoring, treatment, and mentoring is Reclaiming Futures. It's an investment in our kids, an investment in our community, an investment in the future. Allowing just one youth to leave high school for a life of crime and drug abuse costs society more than $2 million. And yet, for the cost of incarcerating one youth for 1 year, Reclaiming Futures can provide treatment for as many as 13 teens every year.
Virtually every child in my courtroom has multiple needs. And so we try and bring them into the system, give them immediate assessment, and then immediate treatment. We're helping children in Montgomery County, no doubt about it. All of our studies show that we're improving the youth and family lives in this county.
They finished school and they did maybe some post-high school education, and they got a job and they got a family, and they are so proud of that and proud of the things that they've accomplished and what they are striving for in the future.
Become a youth and reclaim a future should be a joy. You get to meet someone and you can have a great relationship with someone you can talk to like a best friend. I might tell someone who's just starting this process to stop fighting, give in, and get help, because your life can be better at the end of the day.
Montgomery County Juvenile Court is Reclaiming Futures. Together, we can make a difference. Together, we can save a life.